The distress beacon pulsed through the void, a desperate scream across 17 light-years. Maya clutched the communications console as another explosion rocked the research station, her knuckles white against the metal. Through the reinforced viewport, she could see them, the Kresh warships, obsidian crescents against the stars, methodically dismantling the outer defenses of Kepler Station. "How long until the message reaches Earth?" Dr. Yavin asked, his 3 eyes blinking in sequence, a Valthine expression of pure terror. 4 hours, Maya said, her voice steady despite the fear coiling in her stomach. But even if they respond immediately, help won't arrive for days. The station shuddered again. Somewhere in the lower decks, someone screamed. They had come to Kepler Station as scientists, researchers from 6 different species working together to unlock the mysteries of the ancient precursor ruins on the planet below. Maya had been here for 2 years, studying xenoarchaeology alongside beings whose civilizations had reached the stars while humanity was still painting on cave walls. The galaxy was old, vast, and mostly peaceful, governed by the Accordance, a loose federation of species that had maintained relative stability for millennia. Humanity was the newest member, the young upstarts who had stumbled into faster-than-light travel only 60 years ago. They were tolerated, even liked, but largely dismissed as primitives playing at galactic civilization. The Kresh didn't care about politics. They were raiders, pirates who struck at the edges of civilized space and vanished before anyone could respond. Kepler Station, isolated and wealthy with precursor artifacts, had been too tempting a target. "They're hailing us," Maya's assistant, a nervous Quellan named Tisk, announced, demanding our surrender. "Tell them we'll consider their terms," Maya said, buying time she knew they didn't have. Another message flashed across her screen, this one from Earth. Her heart leapt. 4 hours. They'd responded in 4 hours. She opened it with trembling fingers. Message received. Asset dispatched. Designation William. ETA 47 minutes. Clear Hangar Bay 7. Stand by. Maya read it 3 times. 47 minutes. That was impossible. Even with Earth's newest drives, nothing could cross 17 light-years in under a week. And what kind of help was a single asset? 1 person. "They're sending someone," she told Yavin. 1 person, 47 minutes. The Valthine's eyes blinked in confusion. The humans are sending 1 soldier, against 8 Kresh warships. Maya didn't answer. She didn't have an answer. The minutes crawled by like hours. The Kresh grew impatient, launching sporadic attacks that tested the station's shields. Each hit drained their power reserves. At 43 minutes, Dr. Chen from engineering reported they had maybe 2 hours of shield capacity left. At 46 minutes, Maya cleared Hangar Bay 7, evacuating the few personnel there despite their protests. At 47 minutes exactly, space tore open. It wasn't a jump portal. It wasn't any kind of FTL emergence she recognized. Reality simply folded, screamed, and spat something out into their hangar bay. The sensors went haywire. Half the station's instruments shut down and rebooted. When the cameras in the hangar came back online, Maya's breath caught. He stood there in the artificial gravity field, 7 feet of matte black armor that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. The suit was seamless, organic-looking, like it had been grown rather than built. No visible weapons, no markings, nothing human about it at all except for the vaguely humanoid shape. Designation William, a voice crackled over the comms, synthesized, stripped of all emotion. Requesting station tactical overview and enemy disposition. Maya's fingers flew across her console, uploading everything they had. 8 Kresh warships, heavy cruiser class, shields at 40% and falling. We have maybe 2 hours before. Understood, remain in lockdown, do not observe. Wait, what do you mean don't? The armored figure was already moving. In the camera feed, Maya watched William cross the hangar in 3 impossible strides and simply walk through the airlock. Not open it, not cycle it, walk through it as if it weren't there. Alarms shrieked as atmosphere vented, then immediately stopped as the breach sealed itself behind him. "Get me external cameras," Maya ordered. What she saw made no sense. William stood on the hull of Kepler Station, exposed to hard vacuum, and raised one arm toward the nearest Kresh warship. The black armor rippled, extended, and fired. Except fired was the wrong word. The space between William and the Kresh ship didn't so much explode as it ceased to exist. A line of absolute nothing connected them, and then the warship was gone. Not destroyed, not damaged, erased. One moment a kilometer-long warship bristling with weapons, the next moment empty space and rapidly dispersing atomic particles. The remaining 7 Kresh vessels immediately broke formation, weapons hot, converging on the station. William didn't move. He didn't dodge or take cover. The Kresh opened fire with everything: plasma cannons, kinetic railguns, fusion missiles, enough firepower to crack a moon. None of it reached him. Maya watched, transfixed, as the weapons simply stopped existing a meter from William's position. The energy didn't dissipate or deflect. It was deleted, removed from reality as if an editor had cut it from the universe's source code. 2 more ships vanished in that same way, there and then not there, no explosion, no debris, just absence. The remaining 5 Kresh warships tried to flee, lighting their FTL drives. William moved. He didn't have a ship. He didn't have any visible propulsion. But suddenly he was in motion, accelerating at speeds that should have been impossible without inertial dampeners, without a ship, without anything. The black-armored figure shot through space like a bullet, and where he passed, Kresh warships ceased to be. It took 4 minutes. 4 minutes to erase an entire Kresh raiding fleet from existence. When it was over, William hung in space near the station, a dark silhouette against the stars, completely still. The comms crackled. "Threat neutralized. Station is secure, returning to holding pattern." "Wait," Maya called out. "Who are you? What are you?" A pause, then, designation William, asset class Omega-7, origin, Earth Deathworlder Defense Initiative. "Are you human?" Another pause, longer this time. "Was. Volunteered. Necessary augmentation for species survival protocols." Maya felt ice in her veins. "What did they do to you?" "Made me able to protect what cannot protect itself. Made me weapon. Made me willing." The connection cut. Through the viewport, she watched as William's form shimmered and vanished, folding back into whatever impossible space he'd emerged from. The only evidence he'd been there at all was the complete absence of the Kresh fleet and the slowly dissipating exotic radiation that made their sensors scream. Dr. Yavin approached, all 3 eyes wide. "Maya, the humans, what are they?" She thought about Earth, thought about humanity's homeworld with its crushing gravity, its toxic atmosphere, its megafauna that evolution had built to kill. Thought about the warnings in the accordance databases that everyone had dismissed as xenophobic exaggeration. Death World, Class 12, approach with extreme caution. Humanity hadn't sent help. They couldn't cross 17 light years in 47 minutes with ships, with soldiers, with anything conventional. So they'd done something else. They'd taken volunteers, people willing to become something more, something other, something capable of protecting the species they'd left behind. "They're survivors," Maya said quietly, "and they're learning to make sure the things they care about survive too." A new message appeared on her screen, from Earth Command, simple, brief. "William will remain on station perimeter for 72 hours to ensure no further threats. Reinforcements arriving in 6 days. You're safe now." Maya looked out at the stars, at the empty space where 8 warships had been, and wondered how many more Williams were out there. How many humans had volunteered to become living weapons so that others, human and alien alike, could continue their peaceful research, their quiet lives, their dreams of understanding the universe. The galaxy had thought humanity was young, naive, playing at civilization. They'd been half right. Humanity was young, But they'd brought something ancient with them to the stars, something that had kept their species alive through ice ages and predators and the brutal forge of a death world. The absolute, unwavering determination to protect their own. And now, whether the galaxy liked it or not, humanity had decided that Kepler station, with its scientists from 6 species working together, was theirs to protect. The SOS had reached the Deathworlders, and the Deathworlders had sent exactly what the situation required. Not help, a weapon. A willing one.